Bonus question.
That's cool.
Hey, I'm little. I need to be big. There we go. Well, it's another Wednesday night. Welcome, my fellow collectors, you crazy sons of or daughters of whichever you prefer. Oh man, I tell you, I was watching another stream of somebody that I watch a lot, and it was one of those where just you could tell in his voice. He's not somebody that puts his face on camera, but you could just tell in his voice that something was going on, man. He's just in a bad place, and he's like, thank you guys for the support, but you just have a. And honestly, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, oh, you just get this weird feeling, like you're like, oh, like you feel bad, but on the other token, you're like, well, dude, you can't like be a downer on the camera. Like I mean, you can obviously you can do whatever you want, but that's hard to take. Like I have so much shit. Like I said, dude, 90% of my days are bad. I'm just a good bullshitter. Like you just got to be a good bullshitter. Um, it's a lot of people with a lot of problems, little things like numbers and shit like that. That doesn't matter. Like honestly, you know what? I could have two in the chat. I wouldn't give a damn. I'm happy. Like this is fun for me. I can, you guys all know you've been on my lives before. I just talk for days and days. So anyway, on that note, it's a fantastic freaking day today. Not really, but it was, you know what? I woke up. Dad's okay. If you guys probably not everybody heard, but dad was in a fucked up accident in Denver. There was someone running from the police. There was a high speed chase. He had hit somebody and the cops were there, and then he took off, turned off his lights because it was dusk. It was dark. He turned his lights off and started flying down the highway. And he lost control and he smashed into my dad's car. My dad's car spun like a top and it just totaled my dad's car. Airbag fucked him up, and that's a scary thing, man. And my dad's in his 70s. I mean, he's not a normal 70-year-old. He's definitely a lot better off than most, but that's scary. Especially, I mean, we just lost grandma and then this shit happens and it was freaking me out. Went up there and like when he told me, like, if you think about it, if there was a semi truck coming here, or if there was even if there was the wall, like the median, if he wasn't in this lane and he was on the far end lane and smashed into that and flipped up. Like the car that hit him actually flipped on its top, and the guy was, of course, was arrested right away. And but thank the Lord. And I say this, and a lot of people talk about spirituality and all that shit, but Grandma had her hand on him that night, dude. It was Monday night. It was St. Patrick's Day. They were up there taking care of all the final stuff with some banks with Grandma's, stuff. And my uncle was in there with my dad, and both of them walked out without a broken bone. My dad's banged up real bad. He's got some bruised tissue, like bruised ribs, and his head. He knocked his head against the airbag, but ultimately he's okay, and he's gonna be okay. And I thank the Lord, and I thank Grandma because I know she was there, because they got themselves a guardian angel there, and she was immediately put to work. So, and of course that asshole got arrested, and then the state trooper was waiting around at the hospital for my dad's x-rays to come back to say if any of his bones got broken, they were going to up the charges. But they obviously, when he came back, he didn't have any broken bones, so they didn't, I guess, that didn't tack on anything for whatever they were going to charge him with, that guy. So anyway, so that's my good news of the scary news, but ultimately good news of the week. But let's jump into the chat, because I am very well known for letting it get away from me. My buddy's custom Wednesday Ken's Day. If it rhymes really nicely, but it does. I could never adopt that. I couldn't do it. Who's this idiot? Oh no, it's me. Okay. All right, let's travel down here. And no, and then he made a funny joke, and we all laughed inside, and I kind of went, oh, okay. Gerbil, blue. All right. Say, GI Jetman is here. Grego came in, about to make dinner. All right, enjoy your dinner. All right, Nolan, thank you, sir, for joining, making us a toy tuber. Ooh, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Let's see. Custom Master vs. Slime Piggy Man in your intro. That is a 3D printed one. I actually, and welcome in. I 3D printed it at 140%. So I made it bigger, and then I printed the skull and the hand. I printed that in clear resin, and then I just painted the backdrop. And I actually changed Hordak's face to be a little clearer. I actually used a 3D model from RBL 3D. I actually used a Hordak face, and I put it on there to make it look better, because the vintage one was, it's not as detailed, let's just say. So, all right. Make yourself full screen. Yeah, no, I know. I was just all over the place. K-Dog, what's going on? Welcome in. All right, let's see. Want to know my secret? I'm always having a shitty day. I just smoke a lot of herb. Yeah, that's how it goes, man. Thank you, my buddy. I appreciate it. Brick something's in the house. What's going on? Brick and fellas last night had a live and a half. I tell you, so this is going to be that. I'm not against it, but this is going to be your break from the indie line stuff. So we're going to not talk about the indie line stuff tonight, because I think we've got a lot of stuff going on, and I think 90% of the stuff talking about right now is indie line. So except for G.I. Joe, because oddly they have a really, really strong following. I'm just kidding, G.I. Jet, man. Don't get no. All right. Let's see. Yeah, no, I mean, and it's funny because he's still always working, always doing something. I told him, Dad, you have to take a break and rest. Your ribs are jacked up. You cannot be screwing around like that, man. We've got Bridazzle. Hello, welcome in. We've got, I'm definitely, we're lucky for sure. So, well, I hope so. The guy, I tell you what, Jokic, I just got the update. He's not playing tonight, but you know what? He didn't play against the Warriors either, and we did pretty damn good against the Warriors the other night. So, SCS Dog, aloha, welcome. So, I caught up on the chat. I'm excited. I'm happy that I did that. Oh, wait, I got GI Bro. What's going on, big dog? My 1/6 scale maniac making all the cool shit. If you guys haven't checked out GI Bro, go look at it. It's good stuff. So first things first, I've got a couple things I saw online today, and If Just Jeff comes in here, we're gonna have to have a talk with Just Jeff. Oh, Tasty Cake's in the house. He says, dot dot dot. 3 dots? Yes, 3 dots. The first thing I would like to show, see if it lets me, or how far it is here. Let's see. Let's share my screen. We're going to share. The first thing I heard, thanks to Just Jeff giving me some terrible feelings, is Mondo decides they want to release some more stuff. So I think what they did, I think Mondo went through and they had all those replacement figures just in case, because you guys are knowing, we had all those breaks and all those problems that they would automatically send us a new figure. Maybe that's not what they did, but let's just say they had some extra stock because all of these timed edition figures are back up, including the one that I missed out on, that I was very sad that I missed out on, which was the Rogue. I am sorry, but that is freaking an amazing figure. And I could have gotten the other one, the standard edition, but come on, no, if you can't get the wink face, the other head, the eyes with the lasers, the angry head, there's so much more that comes with this one for what, $30 difference? Like, and I love this figure, and I said I wasn't gonna get any more Mondo, but I couldn't pass it up. And we could have got a bunch of other ones. I could have got Lionel, I could have got another, the Scareglow was there. They had a bunch of different ones, but I couldn't. Now, look at this shit. This is such a good one, man. I am extremely happy, especially with those rogues that I painted with the statues, Obviously, this one you can do whatever you want, and it actually poses instead of the one mine is just, just a statue. So that made me super happy. I was excited that is back, but I also was mad at Jeff for messaging me, "Hey, did you see this?" I was like, "Oh, son of a." So yeah. Anyway, so we got, Bro's working on a Cobra army. Oh shit. K Dog, I have major opinions about the Hasbro stream, but best to not push buttons. Push them, K Dog. Push them. I didn't watch the stream. I saw they were streaming, but I never went on there. But you know what? A lot of people had issues. What's up, Menhoza? A lot of people had issues with the Mattel stream as well, because for me being a Masters fan, they showed us one thing? They showed us one figure, and there was like so much more that came out like a few days later. Why didn't they give us a sneak peek of that 4-pack? Like, why didn't they do anything? I mean, they could have done so much. It's like, oh, we were short of time, so we decided we'd rather talk about Monster High and all this other shit. And I'm nothing against Monster High, but it's like so many different sections were so long, and then Motu they made it short, man. And they did too many segues in between visiting people's cubicles and shit, talking about their life. So, which is all fine and dandy, but we're here to look at toys, guys, Let's look at toys, I'm telling you. But let me go back. Okay, so Rogue obviously was the one that was the one I was sad I missed out on. But they do have, let's see. See, that's another thing. Here you go. Mondo Lionel, standard edition. This is what you're getting. One head, hands, you got the weapons, da-da-da-da. But $25 more. Look at all this. You got Snarf, you got the cape, you got all the different heads, you got the different swords. Like, are you kidding me? For $25, if anybody is looking at Lionel and didn't want to get it, I mean, look at that face on this one, man. That one's crazy. Cat face, and then, I mean, all those, even with the crown, like, snarf. So, I don't know how many people are Mondo people, if you are at all, but this one is a good one. And let's see what else. Timed edition. So they have the timed edition Trap Jaw Deluxe, which has the Cronus face, Cronus, and then the arm, so you can make him in. Oh, you know what? I have him. I need to make him into Cronus. Cronus, right? I'm saying that right? Let's see. I don't want to miss on the chat. Let me jump over real quick. Okay, so we got a Hoyall, we got Stanley in the house. What's going on? Dude, I will never remove this hat. Even if there's a fire. Tell me remove that hat. Shit. All right. Let's see. We got yes. No, I'm not even kidding, man. That was a must-have. Yeah, shoot, that would be the icing on the cake. But all those different heads, man, that was like, and that doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. Another bat, another snake eyes. Granted, it's a unique one, and a MMS. Wow, cool. Just not feeling the hawk. Want zap. And that MMS is the mech outfit? Or is that? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and I think about it this way too, is like I probably could be a lot more negative on Motu because again, how many times have I pulled up? Oh, look, it's another fucking Skeletor. And I love Skeletor. You look at my logo, I love Skeletor, but they could make other shit too. But they have been making other shit, but I get you. K-Dog. I'm with you on that one. You pre-ordered over 400 on Hasbro Pulse. Holy crap. Yeah, I believe it. Is Footloose going to go to Target as an exclusive? They did not mention it. He says, I'm not sure, but I did hear that also. How good is that Cronus face? I was right. Yeah, it is. Way different. Yeah. Spencer Sanchez, what's up, buddy? Welcome in to the chat of my Goofy Live mobile missile system, that mech outfit. Oh, that's the snake. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I have room for it. You know what? I have the worst mobile missiles, or no, I have the worst snake ever. I didn't realize what I was doing, and it was one of those like quick orders. I thought it was a classified thing, and I ordered it because I thought it was new, but I ordered that Super 7 one, and it's the dumbest snake ever. This one looks good. I do like that one. And Footloose, I did see, if you know what I ordered. I didn't even on the new stuff. I missed out on Crystal Ball. I would have ordered him, but I hopefully I could find him at Walmart. And I ordered CoverGirl, and I think I ordered Flint. And on the new ones, I ordered the snake. That's it. I'm a cherry picker with Joe, so I'm not a big Joe collector. Yeah, no, this Cronus is dope, and I forgot I have this one. I need to open him up. I think I've got the deluxe too. If Faker Battle Cat's in here, he could let me know. But I mean, the Tila's back. I mean, and that's the timed edition. A lot of people, if you missed out on Tila and the Skeletor timed, is that the timed? No, that's not the timed. So the timed Skeletor did not either. If it did make it, it's gone. This was available for a little while. The Scareglow was available. I saw it, but I am not gonna. I passed on it because it's freaking awesome. Let's not fool ourselves. I just have to, and the only reason I justified the Rogue is because the Rogue was out before I said I would never get any more Mondos after Evelyn. And technically, Rogue came out before Evelyn. So is that a good bullshitter way of explaining it, that I was going to get Rogue? This is a great figure. I wish I wouldn't have gotten the two 15-inch ones, because then I should have waited and got one 15-inch one, and then one of these would have been the same price. And oh, look at that glow. That glow is nice. Definitely, it is a good one. I can't lie about it. But I'm okay with not getting it. Look at that face. That's crazy. All right, so he's not available anyway. The Scare Mare's not. Evelyn's gone. I don't think I saw another Buzz Off available. Let's see. Everything else is sold out. This one wasn't around. But look at this one. How crazy. There's still a Hordak at $230. If anybody missed out on that Hordak from before. But this isn't the timed edition. This is the one I think has still been available, because this is just your standard issue. And, that's fine. But the He-Man standard, but also, no, the timed isn't available. But like I said, the Rogue, the Lion-O, if you guys are going to get them, those are worth it. The Tila is absolutely worth it because she's a freaking awesome figure. But anyway, so that's one thing I wanted to get through. So let me close that. Um, the next one I wanted to share. Oh, and Allison's not here because she's doing a live because they're doing that space zombie from Mars. And that's it. This is the like not anti-indie channel. This is going to be today just the break from the indie stuff. Because there's a lot of indie stuff going on. And I like it. I do need to step away from it for a second because there is a lot of it. And it's like, holy shit. I'll buy one or two of those, but there's no way I can start collecting those things. All right, so the next thing I want to share is going to be, it's available now. So for all you, I mean, an 80s fan is an 80s fan. And even though when I was a kid, I go, stupid. I don't want to watch this. Tracy, my sister, get this off. I want to watch He-Man or, whatever else. But Gem and the Holograms, the Gem figure is available. And it looks like at my Walmart, add to cart, pick up tomorrow, delivery time today. So it's there. It's in store. So look at your Walmart now, because if my store in my little town is getting it, then that means it's showing up everywhere. And it looks like it's got her Jerica outfit and some tickets and VIP. You can go to her concert and your Gem Barbie doll looking thing. So, we're gonna touch all boundaries there. So we're coming back. And then the third thing I wanted to present on my share screen. Dum dum dum. They finally let us look at the Voltac. So Voltac is up on Mattel Creations. Is it gonna let me like do a image? Let's see. Might have to do it in a new tab. Yes, I'm gonna do it in a new tab. Hold on 1 second. Let's jump over. I will present the new tab so we can look at the images. There we go. All right, so look at this dude. What do you guys think? The wings are just the April O'Neil wings painted pink. Obviously, there's a new head. There's a new little neck piece with the fur there. The body is just black painted with this is just a painting on there. You got the cufflinks, which are just your furry stuff. And then your standard everything else. And you got the feet are going to be like the feet for the beasts. And then he's got his little guy here. I don't know if this was when he was trying to burn the books, because that's like a little guy that was in that cartoon. But I mean, and we already know Home Arcade already has this one. He got it from an individual that accidentally got it shipped instead of Hero. No, instead of Real Blast. So he's been out for a little while with as far as like somebody's had one. I guess I can't put it to other pictures until, come on. I'll learn, you guys. I'm seriously, I'll learn. Let me go through the chat real quick. Footloose needs a blunt. Here's do your stuff. I'll print you one, K-Dog. Are you kidding me? No, I know. No, you're not. You're not boring, dude. It's honestly, for me, I get looked at weird as well because, and it's not looking at you weird, but I get looked at weird, period. Because I am such a fan of Masterverse, and they're like Masterverse, because a lot of people, and yes, I do too. I collect because of nostalgia. Nostalgia is the reason. That is what pushes me. It makes me feel good, like a kid again when I had no cares and no worries, all that good shit. And now it's just I'm a bigger dude. Like I'm 6 foot tall, 225 pounds. The fact that you can give me a figure that's a little bigger and beefier and a little more detail and stuff because I'm a grown up now, I like that. I do still love Origins, and I'm still going to collect Origins and Cartoon Collection. Cartoon Collection especially because I just got this guy in the mail. I got him a little later than the other ones. But how accurate is that? Like the face is perfect. I love that the buck. It's got good color. It's got the same the only thing they reused for sure, besides obviously like the Cartoon Collection body stuff, like the legs and all that. This is from the Origins suction cups, so these are the same. But there's obviously a lot of differences there. But I mean, I love the cartoon collection line because it is just like the cartoon. But if you watch the video I did earlier, I love this Masterverse one. Like, look at the face, look at the detail, look at the smirk. Like he's got that little snarl going. His one lip is higher than the other. The teeth are good. He's got those shoulder braces with the horde symbol, and his legs kind of look like slush heads legs with those little bumps on them. Like, come on, man. The color's a little off. Like he could use a paint job because he does have so much different multicolored. But I guess his whole body's gonna be the light color, and then the chest is an armor. So I love the Masterverse. So people, sometimes people don't really look at that the same. It's kind of, but yes, I heard that Gem is her name and no one else is the same as well. So I mean, we're gonna have to figure that one out because I heard she was truly outrageous. What's going on, Ed? Welcome in, sir. How you doing? Ray of Black, what's going on? Yes. Well, and like Oz says, you actually made me a complete toy channel instead of just half of one. So yay. And I showed some gem stuff. So, come on. No, you were here. You were correct. 100%. Ed in the shed. Hey, dude. All right. Menhoza saying hi to Ed. We got my buddy. There's plenty of other reasons why people look at you weird, Kenny. Yes. I look at myself weird in the mirror. So I agree, Ed. I'm telling you, it's funny because I actually had a run in with a coworker. We used to be buddies. I used to do like jersey sales when I was in between jobs, like years ago, like 15, 20 years ago. I was in between jobs. So I was getting jerseys from China and I was flipping them. And he worked at the prison before I even thought about going to the prison. And he was like, okay, he bought them for me and then sold them to the guys. So it's like a drug deal, right? I would buy them for 25 from China, sell them to him for 50. He'd sell them for 75. We'd all make some money. We were cool, man. We were really cool. And then I started working at the same prison as him and in the break room and stuff. And he started acting real weird, like quiet. And he's kind of a little extra sensitive dude. And I'm kind of like, I give him shit about it, but he was acting weird. And then like, he's like, dude, you just always have to have the center of attention. And I'm like, no, I don't. Like, that's not. Are you serious? I said, dude, I act the same when I'm with my dog in the house by myself. That's just how I am. I don't care about it. I'm not one that craves attention when I'm sitting in a room and I'm like, everybody, look at me. That's never been me. Am I goofy? Am I weird? Yes, absolutely. And I will never say I'm not. But that's what another thing is. I'm not going to be that goes to show right there. I'm able to do a 5-hour stream in the clubhouse. That'll tell you right there that I don't starve for attention because you got 9 other people in there and you just kind of pick your chances. You hang out, you talk a little bit and you move on. But you know what? Apparently this guy didn't really care for that too much and whatever. So fuck him. I don't care. I don't give a damn. What's going on, Guru? How you doing, man? How about this weather over here, dude? I was driving up the boulevard. I dropped my son off to his mom and it was cloudy. It was snowing. I looked to my left. There's a big hole in the sky in Pueblo West. The sun's hitting me in the face from the left side. And on the right side over in town, it's dark and cloudy and I'm getting hit with flurries. I don't know. It was crazy. Oh my goodness. I'm probably going to lose people because I haven't even caught up to the chat. What's up, Wraith Mace? We are the hammer. Yeah. What's up, buddy? How you doing, sir? I don't hate the cartoon collection, but unpopular opinion, I prefer the figure Mantenna to the cartoon version. That's the only one, though. No, dude. Here's my opinion on Mantenna, and I know nobody gives a fuck, but I'll give it to you anyway. Mantenna for me, the origins is more like the one I had as a kid, but you're able to have the extra legs, which is freaking awesome. But the legs aren't that really, really twiggy, skinny leg set that you get with the cartoon collection. But the cartoon collection really hits it on the nose for how Mantenna was. But here's the deal. Mantenna was an annoying little fuck. Mantenna was the one that Hordak laughed at and threw down the chute how many times, because he screwed up. Like, shut up, dude. Like, that's the reason I like it more. And again, because it's the same look as the one that I had as a child. But, dude, the cartoon collection one is perfect for the cartoon, but I didn't like that character. So I'm with you on that one, but maybe for a different reason. I have 3 Cobra Island Troopers and 1 Retro Cobra Trooper. The Retro is 10 times better. Yeah, they're bigger, aren't they? The Retro carded ones are bigger. Like I have the Crimson Trooper, and like he's just bigger than the other ones. Like I've noticed the Retro carded ones, and look at the what's his name? The Marine, what's his name? Bazooka? No, he doesn't have a bazooka. Bazooka's the guy with the 14 on his chest. Hold on, let me grab him. And I'm sorry, Joe fans. I don't remember a lot of Joe stuff because I don't collect Joes a lot. But if I did like I did Motu, like he's so much bigger than everybody else. Like he's way taller. Like I have all my Joes sitting there and he just like towers over everybody. Marine motherfucker. He's badass too, man. I agree. Motu Prince. Thank you. And here's another thing. I was told by a friend that's a hustler, let's just say, one of my hustler buddies. He showed me that this guy is going on eBay for $225 and he's selling for that much. He's not just up there. And there's only a few on there. I could sell this loose one for 175. I have the box. I have 2 open. I could sell one loose and make a little money. I mean, for me right now, I'm in between jobs, so call me a scalper, call me what you want. But if something's hitting the market like that and crazy priced, you know what? Here, I make up for it because I do help out a lot of friends. I had a bunch of mermen and I hooked up a lot of my friends. I'm looking for that, that gem for a few friends. I hook up my friends if I can. I traded with Cobweb a few times. I hooked up Alpha Magnus a few times, giving them just the cost, but if there's one that's hitting the market for a crazy price, I scalped, well, not scalped because it was available for weeks. I sold that Mondo Battle Cat because I bought it for $500 and I looked online and it was going for $1,100 on eBay. Are you kidding me? I thought about it. I was like, I don't have the room for it, but right now's the time. So I sold it for double the price that I paid for it. But you know what I used it for? It's Cat Slayer. So Exo facto, call me a scalper. I don't give a shit. I don't really scalp. I'm not that way. But if something hits the market and people want to pay it, hey, forget about it. Anyway, so cartoon collection leads come with an extra set of hands. No, it doesn't. But it actually comes with a gun. And the coolest part is the gun, if you do end up putting hands on him, has a little modification on it where you can push it up and it'll hook his wrists. Or if you want to put hands on him, he can hold on to the weapon. I thought that was the coolest thing. Like that was like the surprise for Leech. His does not articulate. That was the first thing I looked for. But no, he just comes with these. I didn't have anything else that fell out of the box. With these newer boxes, they're a lot more sturdy. So when you take the bubble off, it doesn't do as much damage to the picture. Love the card art in the front. Like, fuck, that is so cool. And this one's probably the best one I've done so far where it ripped off. Actually, no. Was it Ram Man? One of the other ones I had, the thing actually just came right off. And I got it in the box with the thing removed already, and it didn't have any rips to it. So sometimes that ends up working out cool. But here's the one that Bud and I, we've already made one for ourselves. But this is cool because it shows Adora. It shows, I said her name 4 times earlier. Scorpia, right? Scorpia. And then you've got Bo. We already know Bo's coming. And then you've got Antenna right there trying to go around Adora, right? Because Adora is with them at that point. And that's from the first episode into Etheria, which is that first episode where He-Man comes over to give her the sword and she's going after him and stuff. So anyway, okay, so we're going through here. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate it. We have Clint Signs. We need a preview of the Masterverse coming out from Mattel. They haven't shown. They haven't really, right? I thought because they said it wasn't at the end of it was supposed to be at the end of March, which is not too long from now. They're supposed to come out with that thing where they give us like every year where they put on display what they're coming out with. Um, I can't wait because yeah, I mean we're looking for Princess Marlena. We're looking for God. I wish they would come out with. I don't know if they ever will go back to the Revolution, but man, I'd really like to get one of those Havoc Tilas. I don't know why. I just love that look to her. She just looks like such a badass with those horns coming off. Um, but there's been a bunch of little Easter eggs in the boxes. I can't even think about it now. I'm trying to think about, but I remember Marlena was the big one that I was like, that'd be so cool that if we got those things coming through. Hordak was cool, but his henchmen are generic. Yeah, well, the henchmen were generic, but you know what? For Masterverse, that Horde Trooper is not generic. That is the coolest Horde Trooper that we've ever seen. It's gigantic. It's got that cool little weird goblin head in there. And with mine, I painted the top inside of his helmet black, and then I put a light in there, and that thing glows like crazy inside that yellow. If you don't, it'll shine through the helmet because it goes through the plastic. But if you darken the inside of his helmet and put one of those little LED lights, man, it looks good. What toy shops you got in down Pueblo? I used to hunt at Eagle Ridge, lots of little honey holes. What's crazy is they actually opened up one in the mall. I don't remember what they call it. I've only been through like once or twice, but they've got a pretty decent sized toy store in the mall. But dude, honestly, if I want to get anything, I'll go to Springs. I I went to Target today and they had they didn't have anything new, but I really don't think they have anything specific now. I was just seeing maybe if they had anything on clearance because I did see that the Stranger Things and the Atom have gone on sale half price, I think, at Target at some stores. But my Target never really had them. I never saw Adam and Cringer there, and I never saw the He-Man Stranger Things. I saw the Skeletor one, but I go up to Colorado Springs, the one over there by the World Arena, and they've got everything. And then maybe the one over on Powers that's pretty good. I actually hit all the targets when I go up to Springs if I can. I did get a lot of the Masterverse stuff from my uncle's when my uncle has a place up in Silverthorne and he let us stay up there for a weekend because he lives in Denver, but he has a house in Silverthorne. And my son and I stayed there right before school. It was a cool boys getaway, and we went to Target. That's where I found, Warbird. That's where I found Warbird at that Target. That Target was cool. It was loaded. If you think about it, it's like in the mountains or people are hoity toity. They don't want to collect toys, man. Yeah, Colorado's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Gung Ho, thank you, GI Jet, man. Man, I blanked. It's not that hard for me to blank anymore. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Are those in stores or what? Still haven't seen them. Are we talking the Skeletor? Because I'm kind of behind now. This one I got from Palmart, and he only had them limited up there. Either $30, but no shipping charge. And it ends up being like $31 after tax. This one was at Target. I did find him at Target. I only saw him for a little while at Target. This one was at Target and at Walmart, but apparently he is not anywhere now. And people are freaking out and they're paying top dollar on eBay right now. Skeletor goes for the most, then Web Store, and then probably Stratos. I have a few extra Stratos also. And what about that Atom too? I think that little Atom Masterverse might be going for a lot. But I have like a couple and these are the ones in my storage bin. I have 2 extra Skeletor and 2 extra He-Man movie collection. I have because there was it, and those are the times when I would go up to Springs and I'd see them for half price. There was so many times I would see Masterverse for half price. I have I have probably 5 different He-Man battle armors with the beard. He was $650 at that Target in Colorado Springs. Then Fisto, same thing, $650. Hero was $650 and Sunman was $650. I got all of those. I got probably multiples. I probably have 3 of each extras in box because why not, right? I mean, I'm a customizer and I haven't been doing as much as I want to lately, but you know what? It's still in me. And if I get to it, I'm going to have a lot of fodder. That's a funny word. Well, I went and did it. First Mondo, first 1/6, pulled the trigger on Tila. Fuck yeah. The collector got him. Tila timed edition, couldn't resist, 2000X. That's exactly it. And that is why I bought the Rogue, because the Rogue had the extra heads. She had the wink head, she had the short hair, that, and then the lasers coming out of the eyes. I couldn't pass that one up because the standard edition was $20 less or $25 less, and it had one head. Like, fuck that, man. But you guys all stay there. Nobody fall. Just to make you smile. Yeah, she's everything that you would hope she is. She is freaking awesome. And that head is the one I put on there too. And it's funny because if you look at my review that I did on her, I said, oh, probably 80% of the collectors are going to put this head on her. And I got a lot of pushback from that. A lot of people were like, I don't know why you think 80% would do that, because I'm not putting that one on. I'm putting the vintage head on there from the cartoon look. And I said, okay, hey, I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm just saying, for me, it's just that much better looking than the others. Like that's a perfect Tila head right there to me. Hell yeah. So congratulations, Mr. The Collector. Pretty awesome, man. Pretty awesome. I'm glad you got her, and I'm glad I could help for sure. Oh yeah, tasty cake. Yes, yes. I hope so, man. I got a spot for him over here on my shelf. You know, if you only the purpose to buy him is to sell. Yes, no. I will not do that. I buy extras because I'm a fucking weirdo and I have a problem with plastic. If something later on down the road is going to be selling for a lot and I just happen to have an extra one in my garage, then I'm going to say, well, what's it going to benefit me more? Doing a custom of that one? Is there parts that are so specific that I need to make a custom that I can't 3D print, mind you? Worth it to me to make a custom with that, or just get rid of it? Or because usually that's going to be a double, because everything else I open up and put on the shelf. So that is not the reason I'm buying them, but you know, there are no good toy spots other. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if you've been through that one at the mall, Guru, but the prices aren't. I mean, it's a toy store. Obviously, they're gonna buy at a certain price. They're gonna have to make a profit. So a lot of the prices are a little higher. You know, MCR. Just yesterday, I opened my She-Ra cartoon, and what did you think? I love her, man. She is such a good. And what's crazy is she is a peg warmer bad in Pueblo. The South Side Pueblo and Pueblo West is loaded with She-Ra, Ram Man, and Mantena all over the place. And it still has a lot of turtle collection stuff. So Scorpia. Yeah. Scorpia is a badass. That's the best way to remove the bubble off the card. Honestly, with these being the thicker ones, Spencer, I mean, I usually just give it a little squeeze here, like a little bend. And then I put my thumb underneath here because there's a gap. And then I try to lift it out very gently. If you want to really have a perfect card and there's going to be sticking to it, then you would want to get like either wallpaper remover or the stuff that I have. It's micro sol. So it's a micro solution. So it's made for decals. And as my friends to the north in Canada say, decals. And I like how Canadians say decals because it sounds cooler, decals. So you use this decal solution and it's got a little paintbrush and you brush in there, and the brush, the little needles are real, small, and you can push in underneath it, lift it a little, push underneath it. So the bristles will go under that plastic. And obviously you don't want to do too much because you don't want it to have any kind of warping, but just enough to where it softens that glue. There's a lot of different ways, but that's just how I've done it before in the past to get a perfect card. So anyway, so that's what I do. Springs doesn't have much. No, it doesn't. Honestly, like for me, you know what Pueblo does have? I'm sorry, I have to retract what I said about having nothing. Pueblo's got a really, really good Ross. And I know you're not going to get any of the new stuff with that, but man, you find some steals at Ross. I went today for the first time in a while because I've been broke dick motherfucker. I have not had any money. So I had a little extra. I went just to look and I found a couple things. So I bought two things. which I'm actually going to open today. Let's see. And I did stop at Target. Let me show you my Target pickup also. Not what you really would think I was going to get at Target. So I found a Superman Fuggler. I love these Fugglers, man. I got the SpongeBob and Patrick Fuggler for my son, and they are freaking so cool. So here's the Superman Fuggler. So DC, they're getting licenses, these Fugglers. And I found a Batman, and look at Batman's teeth, man. Holy shit, he's a funny one. Oh, yep. Oh, he's got wings. Oh my god. These are the ugliest little sons of bitches, but I love them. They are literally called Fugglers. And so yeah, so they're doing they got a combo, they got a license with DC. So those are those. Let's see, late March. It was soon. Yeah, I think it is. We're gonna get all that good stuff there. The guy, I think the guy, yes, he's in Fountain, I believe. You can do electric work in your figures. Sorry, fingers. Well, no, here's the thing. Let me show you. I'm gonna grab it. Can't read. Okay. I just knocked some over, but I don't care. Okay, so what I ended up doing. So this is a dude, so badass. What I did, I painted black on the inside of his helmet. And these little guys, you can get bags and bags of them on Amazon for cheap. And they light up. You just twist them. So they're not made forever, but you know. And voila. Now I have a light up face. So now it just looks cool, a lot more robotic. I've seen it and I've bought stuff to do small wiring and lighting in some of the 3D prints that I'm making. I haven't done it yet. Look at, I even bought some what are we talking, 9 volts, because some of the wiring on those requires a 9 volt. So I have all the stuff to do it. I haven't done it yet. So okay. Masterverse seems to be focused on New Eternia 87 movie and vintage collection right now. New Etheria, and I love it. I'm dying to see some new Masterverse too. Dude, I am so with you on that. Like the new Etheria has me excited. The new She-Ra, there's been a lot of backlash because they didn't like her face, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as people are saying. I think that being more, I think it is a render, right? I mean, even that box art, or even when it shows the box and the packaging, it looked better, I think. I don't know. I don't care. I like it because it is a really good mixture of the original figure. It has the original figure's sword instead of the cartoon sword. I think they're doing it justice because they're doing exactly as they said. They're giving us a vintage style with a twist. And I love that, man. Like, again, I will always go back to these newer ones. The Beastman, the Merman, freaking awesome. The Randor's even awesome. I mean, the fact that you have Randor, you could take his helmet off and have him have bald head looking like Bridges. Was it Bridges on Iron Man? The new Tila, the new freaking Skeletor, even that new battle armor He-Man that they did for the Revelation. It's a new Eternity. Well, the Flying Fist. I'm sorry, the Flying Fist. It's just the head was I don't really care for that head. That new Faker is going to be badass. So I ordered the new Faker. I have the new Zodak on order. It's supposed to come April 1st or May 1st. May 1st. I'm sorry. Even my Walmart has Gem. Yeah, she is truly outrageous. You guys did hear that. What's up, Mikey? Oh, Eternian Royalty. I got Eternian Royalty shirt because he's like one cool mofo. I wish they'd release Cyborg Whiplash from Revelation and Masterverse, but I doubt they will at this stage. You know, who knows, man? I mean, because of the cartoon, I don't know if they'll revisit that. I'm with you because I'm the same way with that Tila. I really want that Tila Revolution with the Havoc magic with her. Yeah, the Battle Armor Skeletor has been through the stores. It has been, unless they give us another wave of reorder stuff, like if the stock comes back. But right now, it is not anywhere, and people are freaking the hell out. Like, it came and it went. I don't know if it was just very short supply or if something got mixed up or something still on a boat. I don't know. But he came in very quickly and he left very quickly. Now, a lot of the design that Skelcon is really close to what he's got. I ended up, because I put a cape on the other Skeletor that I have, I took off his shoulder spikes there and I put it on my Skelcon. And the Skelcon is a good one too. That's another one that's one of the newer ones that's a badass figure. Like, this is good shit, man. I just love it. It's really, really good shit. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Some people get decent figures from $6-7 at brick and mortar. And yeah, some do. And I know even Tasty Cake was talking about it today. He went through and he got a bunch of different origins. He even got a gray Stratos for pretty cheap. It didn't have everything with it, I don't think. I think it was missing like the extra hands or whatever. But that gray Stratos after that first wave was kind of hard to come by. I did luckily get one, but it's one of those where that was a tough one to find. I miss the days of going to True. My kids and I used to go up to Springs and just go there. I don't know if I've ever been there. I don't think I ever was there. Definitely. Have you been to Monkey Paw Toys in Aurora? No, I have not shopped in Denver at all. I've never shopped up there. I've seen a lot of even Pixel Dan was at the 5280 or Mile High Comics or whatever, and they had a bunch of cool shit over there, vintage stuff. I haven't. If I go to Denver, usually I have a reason to go up there. I don't go up there to shop because driving up there with this fucking back of mine, I don't want to walk around after. The only reason I'm able to do these live streams is because I have 2 patches on and a heating pad on my back. And that's what gets me through this, you know? I've got to get rid of a lot. I started off just collecting Marvel Legends, Black Series, then all vintage toys. Well, you know, right now they always say it is a good time to be a collector, but it's also one of those where they have so many groups online that if you have anything that you want to get rid of, even if you want to get rid of it at a bulk price, not bulk price, but like a bulk, get rid of everything at once, check out those pages on Facebook that are just the group pages that allow you to sell, post everything and say, here's a set price, buy it all, take it all, I'll ship to one person. I've seen a lot of people do that. I've actually gotten a lot of classic Masters of the Universe Classics figures from those groups, because if someone needs the money and they're getting rid of the stuff, usually I'd get like the deep dives from them, because I get 5 or 6 of them for, $20 a piece, for a classics, which is really good for a classics figure. Definitely worth looking into that if you're trying to sell, if you want to get rid of it. Yeah, dude, it is just spot on. Like, it is such a good figure. I can't say enough about that She-Ra. Where do I have? Oh, she's way up top. I have her next to the Adora that I customized. If you haven't seen that one, MCR, I did a video on it, I think, on here. And I also have one on, actually, it's on the top of my Instagram. If you look at my Instagram feed, same Kenzo's Creations, I have a video of doing that custom of the Adora. And I don't pat myself on the back very often, but that was a good one. All right. She-Ra is perfect, and that is before I painted and swapped the parts. Yeah. Well, I know Buddy does that to 98% of the stuff he's got. Maybe see that changes you did. Yeah, he does so much cool stuff with soft goods. I mean, that's another thing about that. Yeah, we'll see. I think, you know what, for me, it's going to be like, once I get it in hand, I'll know. And I mean, I get it anyway, but yeah, man, Ross. Oh, let me show you my Ross pickups. So I found a glow-in-the-dark Shredder. What? You kidding me? So this, obviously, they've got a lot of loyal subject over there. Let me see. Let me try. I got another light on real quick. Let me turn it off. Oh. Let's see how glow-in-the-dark this thing really is. I've got my black light here. Oh, it's lighting up quick. That hit some glow quick. Oh, that's a really good glow. I gotta say, I have to admit, that's pretty dang nice. The only thing that lights up right now are those. I have lights on my shelves that are motion sensor lights, so I can have lights on my toys, but I don't want them all the time. So yeah, the Fugglers are cool, and then The other thing I bought just because it looked cool was a foot assassin. Look at the hands on that thing. Those long ass nails. It's got two different heads. I don't know. Something different. A little crazy. And they're smaller. You know, the loyal subject figures aren't the biggest. But I've got some, you know, kind of cool. So they they use real teeth. Those fugglers, man. They look like it. They're so ugly. Oh, when you go to you have to ask permission to film. No, fuck no. You're in a public. I mean, well, no. You're technically in a public space. I mean, I know it's a private store, but unless they have a thing on there saying no filming, film away, dude. Yeah, no. People do it all the time. It's not, definitely not. Some people might get mad. Like, I'll try, if I go close to someone, if I'm on a hunt, I'll try to put my camera down. I don't want to film anybody else's face because even if it's a public area, some people don't want to be on your show, and I'll respect that. They give them to the fugglers. Oh, Tila Rogue, what did you make me do? They're all dude, they are like they're perfect. I love them. What's up, Shao Kahn? Shao Kahn wins. Fatality. Yeah, I love it, man. Mocha Revelations making new shows still. So Clint, I hope so. You know, the way that they finished Revelation got so much backlash and so much negativity. And they still made Revolution. Well, Revolution didn't get as much backlash. They still had their backlash from the people that are going to talk and aren't happy with themselves anyway and are just pissed off at life and want to make everybody else mad. But I think that went off a lot better. The storyline was good. I loved how it came together, and I loved the cliffhanger at the end. I mean, when you give a cliffhanger like that showing Adora, you know, in her Dispara outfit, and you got Hordak getting brought back to life as far as after Skeletor beat the shit out of him. I really hope so, because they would really, I mean, it would really suck because it would fall in line with every other cartoon that once Hordak shows up, the fucking thing canceled. 2000X, as soon as Hordak was going to make his way, they went through the whole Snake Man. Hordak was coming up after that, and they canceled it. Same thing with the CGI. Once Hordak came in, done. Now we got another. I mean, Hordak did come in a lot more, but now that it was going to focus more on that and bring in Adora and She-Ra and all that, oh, come on. They've got such a good opportunity to make a really good show. That's where I'm at. But nothing has been announced, like Mikey's saying right there. Skelcon is awesome. Yeah, no. And the tongue, like, I saw that when Mikey was at San Diego Comic-Con, when Eternian Royalty was over there. He was doing those nice close-up shots for us. And if you guys haven't checked him out, he just was at a con. He was at Rocket Con, and he did a video from Rocket Con. So head over to Eternian Royalty's channel and check out his cool new video at Rocket Con. And give him a follow. Come on, guys. Eternian Royalty's a good dude, man. If you want, Mikey, put your link on there because you are a moderator. So if you cut and paste your page onto my chat, it'll be a link for people to click. But it's got these cool little souls in his mouth, like help me, like Freddy Krueger, you know, and it's kind of pushing out of his stomach. So cool. And his weapons, man, like this thing pulling out the back, coming down. He's got this bad boy. Come on. That is so cool. Yeah, no, he's a good one. And if you have an extra, well, again, that's a hard question right there to say, or hard thing to say, but I ended up putting these on there because the Skeletor, the other Skeletor I had that like cape thing on there that came with the dog from Gargoyles. He had that like purple cape thing. I put it on the Skeletor. It's downstairs, but I put it on the Skeletor, but I had to take those things off. So I put it on the Skelcon, which it fit perfectly. Yeah, you know, little things. It's not quite a custom, but you know. All right. So what, 3 seasons or so, or 4? So right now you're only looking, there's only been 2 because they split them in half. They had the first half of Revelation, second half of Revelation. So they've literally only do 2 seasons so far. The Cobra Commander Skeletor is growing on me. Are you? You're talking about the one with the Terror Claws, right? The new Terror Claws. Yeah, no, that one's a good one. Technically two, but the second season was broken into 2 release dates with 5 episodes each. So 20 episodes, which if you have not seen it, give it a look. Here's the difference with me. A lot of people are like, that's not my, whatever. That, you know what? That's not my. If anybody starts with that's not my, scroll through, because you're going to hear a bunch of pussy crying fucking shit. Sorry for cussing, but it got so old. It started with King Grayskull. That's not my King Grayskull. Okay, just big deal, man. You know what? If you know anything about customizing, all the parts are there to make a white guy if you want. And you know what? Yes, the classics. I have the classics King Grayskull. He's awesome. I love it. I think it's an amazing figure. But the one for Masterverse with the Revelation is a freaking awesome figure too. I love the fact that we have 2 different King Grayskulls. Like, it's a different story. It's like that's why they say Masterverse. It's open to interpretation. They mix it up a little bit. They, you know what, give them some liberty to do something, like with this new set, this new 4-pack. I don't know how many times I saw, well, they should have, and I'm not saying that you know what, there are people that were like, just had mentioned it, but the ones that really got pissed and like wanted to throw a fit and stomp around like LeBron James when he thought he got fouled. It's just that they put together some cool kit bashes. They got parts. They even said that's what they did, and they got inspiration from us as customizers. I know Bombstar wasn't very happy, and I think I told this last week, but Bombstar, they used some of the pictures of his saying how they got inspired by customizers, and they didn't give him a shout out or nothing. I was like, damn, that kind of sucked. But anyway, I thought it was cool. Just like the Snake 4-pack, they made figures that bridge the gap in between. It's going to make, you know what, they're using the molds. Why not? Let them use the molds. If they could come up with some shit and make up some, who cares? You know what? They've got more. And they already said they're going to do the original line in Origins. It's coming. They're going to do it. And they're showing us. We just got Rio Blast. We got, we're getting, well, Voltec wasn't even an original. So, but they're going to get to it. I mean, we'll end up having the Too Bad that everybody wants. We're going to end up having those figures. I can't wait till Blade. Mikey, I don't know what the status is on your Blade, but you know, they need to end up sending that to you. He's missing hands. I don't know. Is that what it was? I don't know if you said he was missing hands or not. I think that was what we were talking about with your Stratos, I think. Maybe not. But I didn't see him. Maybe I'd missed that. Scale Con, absolutely. It would be good if Master went a little deeper with character selection with new Club Grayskull. I agree. And I just think that I like what they're doing with the new Eternia on Masterverse. Like, these are still, they still have the basic colors and, the lack of detail. Whereas these, they give you a little bit of a wash to a little bit of a darker spot. They have a lot more detail to them, and like even the texture, and I don't know. I just look at that whip. Look at the whip on the top here. It's got Hordak with the wings. Like, how cool is that, man? And then this one has the same where it kind of clips around his wrist, so because obviously he can't grip them with his little suction cups. But I don't know. I think they're doing really well with it. I'm happy with where it's at. They're making new stuff. Like, yeah, it's fine. The show was really rushed and they made story changes real quick. And maybe, I don't know if, I think the fact that, what's the little dude's name? The one everybody hates, the one that produced it. He wasn't a big He-Man fan. He admitted it when he was younger. He did say he liked Adam better. And like, he did have like, whatever. And I think he might have had that in his head that he wanted to do something that was going to shock the hell out of Motu fans. The fact that He-Man died right away. And, but when it came around, he said, okay, I'm going to mess with you a little bit, but in the end, everything's going to be okay. I mean, it's just like when you look, I mean, I'm not going to compare it because it's a way different scenario, but I mean, think about the end of the Infinity War. All of those people fucking died, and that was the end of the show. And they had to wait for another one for how long until they found out that they all came back except for a few. Like that scared the shit out of people, and you know, I mean, it pissed a lot of people off. But the same thing happened with, you know, the Revelation when He-Man ended up getting stabbed up right away. And I mean, but I don't know. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I'm the same person that said, just watch New Adventures again and give it a chance. Watch it for what it is. Try not to make it into the old He-Man. You make it through. It's not that bad. 2000X is still my favorite though. Okay, King Hiss Masterverse would, and I guarantee you we're gonna get one. They are so into Snake Men. I just cannot see a world where we're not gonna get a King Hiss Masterverse. Thank you, MCR. Yes, that was a fun one. Like I said, I usually when I finish a custom, I go, oh, it's okay. You know, I finished and did okay. But that one, I was like, yeah, that one came out good. I like that one. Speaking of cool stuff, Mondo is revealing their 2000. Oh, I know. At WonderCon, dude. That one, you know what? I said I was done with Mondo. I did not mean the small ones. I meant 12-inch. The 1/6 scale, I'm done with Mondo. I'm not gonna get Mumra, even though I know it's gonna be the coolest Mondo ever made. I'm done. I can't. I've gotten too many and it's too expensive and I just can't. So just don't go put interactions on. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, you talk, yeah. Wait, interactions on. I'm not sure I get that one. But let's see. A new Titan comic, Andra coming, so she was still content revelation. So there's hope. I hope so, dude. I really hope so. What's up, Cobb? What's going on, buddy? Headed to work. Oh man. Hordak came to Filmation and He-Man got canceled soon after. Yeah, no, I'm every freaking one, man. Country Gentleman is coming. Oh, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. Welcome in. Next Revelation needs to come out and near the movie launch if we get another season. I agree, man. I think they need to get on it. I really do. Technology. Add your link. Oh, did you get it? I think that works. Hopefully you guys get it and it worked. Skullcon will break me. I want too many of them. Yeah, no, he is a army builder if you ever saw one. And again, same thing with the Masterverse. When I look at it, you've got that dark wash on the bone on his face. Like it looks just so cool, man. He's such a good one. Let's see. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just subscribed. Hell yeah, you guys get over to Mikey's channel, man. He's a badass. And like I said, he lives minutes from San Diego Comic-Con, so he always ends up having top-notch release videos. And like if you look back on his channel, like, and also with Instagram though, but he does so good with, I mean, like he's there to have fun, he's there to enjoy himself. But you know what he does? He takes all the time out to get as many detailed close-up pictures as he can for us and videos for us. Like that first look of Snake Lair when it was like I wasn't loud. I didn't try to dog it, but I did not like that at all. But you know what? Thanks to Mikey, I got to see it really up close when it first dropped at the Comic-Con. So I watched 2000X a few years ago. It was a great series. They did it very well. Fight scenes were so much better. Yes, Clint. And the cool part is when they finally added the series to Mattel Creations website, YouTube channel, you can go back and watch any episode. And with the Snake Men, when the Snake Men came in, they did so good with that. Like when Evil Lynn double crossed Skeletor for, oh my God, for King Hiss and that whole shit. And then he went to throw her in the pit, and that was when her, she had her white hair showing up there, and He-Man ended up saving her. And I don't know. And just the storyline, there's so many cool storylines. And that's like when you talk about Skeletor in general, when you look at the comics and you have the lore for it, and then they changed that and gave you a different lore for 2000X where it was actually, of course, He-Man's uncle, and that all happened there. So definitely absolutely love it. I think tonight after this, I'm probably going to throw it on now that we're talking about it. Thank you guys. Yes, absolutely, guys. Go sub to him because, like I said, he puts good shit. And like I said, not just for him, because you'll not regret it. Because, like I said, once those cons hit that are close over where he's at in California, he does so good with giving us the info that we want. So, hey, we need a slideshow from Bud, man. And don't forget, guys, if here's a shameless plug for myself. I did jump over 1,000 subs, and I just jumped over 4,000 watch hours. So I am available to have memberships, and I have super chats. Not that that matters, but I'm just saying they're there. Anyway, so I got an email about Blade yesterday. Provide my address, so hopefully soon. Hell yeah! So Mikey won the Blade that's signed by the actor on that Mattel Creations 5-minute thing that they had on Masters of the Universe. So freaking awesome, dude! Congratulations, man. He's been postponed for the other stuff, huh? I just copied it. We'll paste it. Oh, cool. Yeah, Kevin Smith. Thank you. Thanks for participating in our trivia contest during our second annual Revealed event. Please provide your shipping address so we can carefully pack up your prize and get it to your shelf stat. Hell yeah, dude. That is so freaking cool. G.I. Jetman is watching this, man. And I honestly, when I'm downstairs and I'm painting, a lot of people like to listen to music, and lots of people, whatever they do. Most of the time, if I don't have my friends on live streams, like usually I'll have, so here's my ADD going on. I'll have He-Man or G.I. Joe, or I'll have some cartoon, some 80s cartoon on my TV. And then back where I'm working, I'll have my tablet, my iPad sitting there, and I'll have probably YouTube playing with whoever I have that I follow on YouTube that's live. And if there's two different people live that I follow, my computer is right next to me where I do all my 3D print editing and stuff on the computer. So my tower, I'll have the other YouTube channel on there, and then I'll be working. So for me to get something done, it's fucking amazing. I can't believe it. Jeff, there he is. There you are, Jeff. It was your fault. I told everybody it was your fault. But I thank you so much for telling me about that link. I went through it at the beginning of the show. I showed everybody what was available after, so thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Frankie, what's up, buddy? He's at work, but he's all right, man. Thank you. Welcome in. Sonny, speaking of Mondo, Revolution was not a love letter to Motu. They got so much wrong with their series. It's shocking. And hi, by the way, Sonny, I did not expect anything less from you. I do know that you are a very, I won't say cynical or negative. I'm saying you are a very detail-oriented person, and that goes along with any line that you could think of. So I'm not going to disagree with you. I like to somewhat be blissfully ignorant with certain things, and I just want to enjoy it for what it is. If they take a left turn and they go so far out of left field that it ain't even funny, I'll try to make good and try to enjoy it as much as I can. And the fact that they came out with some pretty cool figures from that show, I really enjoyed that as well. So, hey, everybody's different, man. But I appreciate your insight all the time, because I know you always have some freaking spot on insight with shit. All right. Oh, I got a logo from Frankie. Oh, I can't see it though, because wait, hold on. Let me see. I can see it on my uh-oh. Oh, we put my little South Park character on there. Hate to say it, but I think Revelation is over. I just don't see it coming back. Once the movie's out, I get a feeling they're going to release different. Well, thank you, sir. Thanks, Sonny. I hope not, Sky. I really hope they do come out with it again. I'm proud of the 3-hour slide. I agree with you, and I had so much fun with it, and I'm glad, because you know what? For me, I'm not an indie guy. But you know what? I enjoy watching all the indie stuff that they put out there. And it's not one of those things where I'm going to cry about it. Like, let's watch it. I don't care. But you know what? When it comes to Motu, let's watch that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Binge 2000X Saturday. Hell yeah. Oh, Ed Dog. What's up, Ed? Thank you so much. He gifted 5 channel memberships. Yeah. Oh. And this one. To everybody that got a membership, welcome to the team. Hey, I'm trying to do stuff. I didn't get a lot of extras this week because I've been busy. But and then that whole shit with Dad at the hospital, we had to stay there the whole night, and then the next day was like, ugh. So I didn't get a lot of work done there. But thank you, Ed, for giving some channel memberships. Thank you, Sky. I appreciate it, man. I try to do it differently. I know everybody's got their own thing, and there's a lot of people that talk about toys, but try to do it a little bit differently if I can, man. All right, buddy. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, dude. And I thank you for the support as well. You're an awesome dude. And yeah, we'll see you soon. We'll chat. We got to do a live together one of these days, man. All right. Let's see. Talking about MCU Disney short. I don't know what that. Let's see. I don't know who that is. Well, no, I was talking about the Masters of the Universe Netflix show is what we're talking about. Yeah, it is dude. But you know what? I was so happy when I saw that Rogue because I wasn't even gonna look because I was like, I swore it off. But my excuse was, Jeff, that Rogue came out before Evelyn, so technically I didn't go back on my word. I just got the one that I wanted to get before Evelyn came out, which the Rogue with those different. Oh, that timed Rogue is so good. Counterpoint. I love Revelation. It's not a counterpoint for me. I agree with you. I enjoyed the hell out of it, dude. I loved it. Like I went in for what it was. I thought it was great. I thought Mark Hamill was cool. It was a different spin on it. I thought the He-Man voice was good. I thought the whole going down under and messing with Scareglow. Rest in peace to his voice actor. The Candyman, right? I don't remember his real name, but he was a good actor, good voice actor. But dude, and with the technology part of it, with the Man of War, excuse me, all that stuff, like Keldor coming in and little man, Captain Kirk. Anyway, Shatner coming through. I mean, they had a lot of good actors. They had a lot of good characters. The fact that they brought back characters like Goatman and shit like that, like I thought it was great. I mean, Beastman, even in Revelation, when he turned into the Beast, like, and he was going after the one thing I didn't like about it, the entire thing the only thing I have to bitch about was what Evelyn did to Panther. That sucked, man. Because Panther was cool, man. You don't fuck with Panther like that. He just like turned him into stone. He just broke. Come on. Like even in the MCU with Thanos, like, he did what's his name? He broke him up into pieces and shit. But when he left, he went back to normal. But no, Panther was gone. Damn it. Did you buy stuff from Mondo? Oh, tasty cake. Did give us a nice line of figures. I agree. Dude, I really, really agree. I love the figures that they came with. I mean, that He-Man that they just came out with, the regal looking one that, I mean, I know it was Flying Fist, but like the shoulder, those cats on his shoulder, like looks a lot more like that battle armor. The newer battle armor with the younger looking face was good. The Tila Sorceress Tila was freaking awesome. Like that was one of my favorite figures. I have a feeling folks might be a little disappointed, folks that aren't me. Well, Brick, I think maybe 8.5%, eight and a half. Sorry, not 8.5%. 8.5 out of 10 times. I'm pretty much agreeing with you 100%. 60% of the time, it works every time. Dude, it was such a good, like, it was refreshing. It was different. I get it. It wasn't what a lot of people expected. Oh, it was a bait and switch, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that. I just think it was what it was. But again, I watched New Adventures and I didn't hate it. I watched it again later in life and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go in with an open mind. I'm going to watch it for what it is. And even though the I have the power seems lame, I liked the show. There was good stories sometimes, I don't know. Anyway. Oh, so Clint must have got a membership there. So yes, welcome everybody. And thank you, Ed. You are the man. I appreciate it. Let's see. I hope either Revolution goes back or they do a new cartoon, maybe a cartoon version tie into the movie. I would be welcoming to any of that. Like, hell, give us another Mike Woods spinoff. Give us anything. I don't care. I love that they're making new stuff, you guys. Like, ultimately, I don't want to gripe about it. What good does it do to be pissed off about shit? Like, I don't know, man. Like I said, there's a lot of worse shit that's going on in the world, and we're talking about stuff that first world problems, right? This is nothing that's a big deal. If we're worried about a cartoon being not the right way, or you getting something that you didn't really care for, or the King Grayskull's the wrong ethnicity for you, it's not that big a deal, man. I remember when I was working graveyards and I was doing perimeter, driving around, listening to the AM radio and listening to Coast with George Norrie and all that good stuff. And there was one of those commercials that came on, and the guy says, I don't know if it was like a preview for another show or something like that, but the guy says, you know, you're going to be your happiest when you just don't sweat the small stuff. But that's not it. You have to not sweat the small stuff, but you won't be truly happy until you realize that it's pretty much all small stuff. There are a few things that are, whoa, hey, we got to worry about that. But ultimately, most of it's small stuff. Like even the shit that I'm dealing with, I'm like, my back, because February, March, fucking, I know I complain too much, but February, March really fucked me up. But still, I still wake up in the morning. I can get out of my bed. I can walk to my living room. I'm in pain, but I'm walking. When you put it in perspective, it's not that big a deal. We're all faced with problems. We're all faced with issues. We all have family issues or friend issues or our own issues. We're all fucked up in the head one way or the other. But ultimately, we're waking up. We're seeing the sunshine or sunrise again, and we move on. We keep going. Just be happy sometimes. Try to be happy. Or try not to. Take a deep breath. Like I know a lot of times for me, it's road rage. Man, in the car, I can be pissed off so much. Somebody cut me off or not. Just a bunch of crap. And I just got to sit there and take a deep breath and be like, dude, what good is it going to do? Just take it down a notch. Let's relax and let's move on. But again, there's also times that people put negative shit out there because they know it's going to get clicks. Negativity is obviously one of the most popular things for a short period of time. Sometimes it works. I don't know. Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. That was my biggest excuse. That's all I got, man. Oh, okay. Blade. Yeah, we were talking about the Masters Universe. Mark Hamill is too much Joker. See, now agree with you, but I never watched that, so I didn't get it. But I saw what he sounded like, and I saw some clips of him as Joker, and I can see where you're coming from. I just didn't watch it. So for me, it worked out because I didn't get too deep into that. Like I said, I just saw a couple clips. So I loved Revolution Revelation. A few nitpicks, but even with that, it's a cool story that needs more content to flesh out the world. And hey, what about Evelyn at the end? Like, fuck. Is it too far fetched to see her? You know what? In every series, there's a moment of Evelyn, like, even the CGI. She says it's too bad. We make a great team. Same thing with the original Filmation. Same thing. Her and Tila had to get together. Her and He-Man had to get together against what's his name, the wizard she turned him into a sand slug. Kathos, the Kathos one. She turned, they had to team up with He-Man. And there's always those little conflicting moments with Evelyn. Same thing with 2000X when she's like, oh, maybe I should, and it's like, it's like, wrong. She's not going to do it. But it wasn't too far fetched. And the fact that, when she got to Dragon, God, blank. Oh, I'm so bad with my names. I have him sitting right here. Granomir. So when she met up with Granomir and took care of him, and at the end she had some emotions coming out, and then the fact that she came through and ended up being part of the Galactic Warriors, like, I mean, it's the same thing that happened with that guy that was a ghost that I don't remember his name, but it was in the original series. He was in Castle Grayskull making a bunch of noise. He found out a way to get through the parallel universe to make noise to try to get the sorceress attention. He-Man shows up and he's like, hey, I fucked up. There were these scrolls of knowledge and I screwed up. I thought Skeletor was going to hook me up, get me powerful. and I screwed up and I'm paying for it, but I'd like to make it right. I don't even care if you guys let me off the hook. I just want to make it right. And so they granted him, Zodak granted him a little bit of power so we can go and try to get him. Him and He-Man went and fixed it, and he got it right, got those scrolls back, and they turned him into a galactic warrior, and he went flying off to protect the universe with Zodak. Like, it's a similar story, and it's just cool that they did that with Evelyn. I don't know. Long story long, right? I don't remember if Shadow had hands to find anymore. I'm so happy I got him. No, definitely. No customizing that guy. I agree. Yeah, Tony Todd. That's a guy. Can handle most of what was done in Revelation, but I can't handle Hamill as Skeletor. He was horrible. Yeah, and that's you're not alone. Like I said, if I probably would be more of a Batman fan and I watched that whole series, I probably would be the same way. But for me, it was kind of like there were some funny moments and there were some moments that I was like, dude, stop. You're just quit. And I do see that. He did jokerize him. He pulled a Todd McFarlane and he jokerized him. He jokerized him like Todd does everything. Oh my God, you ordered both of them. Congratulations, Tasty Cake. You got two of the best Mondo figures that they make. I will say that there was too much death in Revolution. Some of the deaths felt like they were killing people to kill them. No, he did do that. And I guarantee you, he was laughing when he did it. Like he knew he wanted to do that. They even said in certain circles, they heard him kind of like, I killed He-Man twice. What the fuck, So he did it on purpose. Good voice actors don't make a good show, and they killed King Grayskull. And by that, I mean anything but skin tone. Apparently, the writers don't know what heroism actually is all about. Just because he was up in the great reward or whatever. Revolution was a lot better than Revelation. I agree. In my opinion, of course. I'm not a fan of Mark Hamill, but I got used to his voice. Eventually, it's all personal preference. Absolutely. And like I said, I try to take myself and put myself in the show. I've always done that with movies. I try to get into the movie as much as I can, completely just just let myself go and try to take it for what it is. Like there's movies, I watched that movie where I think I said this last week, but it was Fox. What's her name? Fox. She was like a AI robot. It was a horrible movie. But I put myself in there and I tried to give it a chance. I watched the whole thing. In the end, I was like, oh my God, there was so much wrong with that. But I watched it. And, it is what it is. We make mistakes. Don't watch it. It's terrible. It's unless you want to watch it for her. Because, there's some scenes. Oh no, I agree with you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I did because I kind of read the room after I looked through there and I was thinking, yeah, no. It there was and same thing, just like Sky said, sometimes it might even be just the voice actor that played. And just like Sonny said, sometimes a good voice actor doesn't make the show. I mean, the storyline was different than what a lot of people expected, but I went in with a different expectation. I went into knowing what he was doing, knowing how he started Revelation. You kind of almost have to adjust your expectations based on certain things. And some people are like, well, I shouldn't have to. Well, then don't watch it. I mean, it's very easy. It's the same thing with the toys. If you don't like the toy, don't buy it. Like there's so many times when people are shitting on toys. Like, yeah, I collect a toy that's less detailed than certain toys, and it doesn't have all the paint apps and doesn't have. Okay, that's fine. Don't buy it. I'll buy it and I'll collect it and I'll put it on my shelf. I think I have a really cool room full of cool shit. It just is what it is. I can't afford to jump into a different line, so I'm good. Orko, King Randor, Granamir, Mossman. Yes. And Orko came back though. Randor, yeah, that was kind of a quick one, right? Granamir was heart-wrenching. And Mossman, yeah, that was quick, right? And he died twice too, man. When she took out Eternia, he died again. Everybody died twice since whoever was in Eternia, right? Evelyn just fucked all that up. Also making Orko and Gwildor fighting the Horde. Well, man. Instead of making Orko use a spell and bring back the great cameo, remember Daymar. Yes, I do. I have Daymar. This is Daymar, isn't it? He came with the Mondo. Speaking of Mondo. Oh, let's see. Yep, look, it's in the book too. This came with Orko as well, except obviously the big when he grew into him. Okay, let's see. Curious how everybody feels about Voltec limited to one per. Okay, Frankie, and I know probably someone already put it in the comments because I'm so far behind. But one, and the only thing that I really hope that Mattel figures out is that if you're buying one under the Club Grayskull, and the next day you want to buy two more, that they will combine the shipping, because that would suck. Like, what's the point of buying the extra $10 if you're going to charge us shipping for two different orders? Because we want more than one. So it's just one per customer for the channel or for the Club Grayskull members. And then the 24 hours later, it'll be available for everyone. So they're kind of doing like what Hasbro Pulse does. But if Hasbro Pulse, you get free shipping. So I really, really hope they figure that out. I think maybe someone should put in a call or an email. Maybe I guess I will. But we should check with them and see, hey, when we go through this, are you going to give us the shipping together and send them together as opposed to making us buy? Maybe they will. You know what? Well, because some people only want one. I think they should, though, because that's going to suck to have to pay shipping twice. That defeats the whole purpose, right? I don't know. Toys of Times Gone By. Kenzo, I listened to Art Bell on Apple Podcasts. He's got some crazy stuff on there. Art Bell. Okay. I want to, because, I haven't done it because I was doing graveyards. Since I haven't been doing that, I haven't seen any of the cool, weird shit in a while, like conspiracy theory, aliens, ghosts, and all that. George Norrie was good, but Art Bell, I think Art Bell did stand in for him when they had him and he was on vacation or something. I think Art Bell did some of the coast to coast stuff. I might be mistaken, but I think I'm maybe. Seemed odd to me, Frankie, at least 2 or 3 per. Yeah, they're going to let us, but we might have to pay a double shipping. Absolutely, Sky, man. I'm so far behind, guys. I'm sorry. I enjoyed the new He-Man Mocha animated series for younger kids. Absolutely. The fact that they, working together, the spirit of friendship and family and forgiveness and all that other shit, like that was such a good show for kids. And I enjoyed it because the characters are the characters, even though they look different and stuff. And some of them were, you had Ram Mam and you had Mosquito was different, and like even the Triclops was a cool character. Like one of my ones I have in box that I did not open, I have the Savage Moss Man, and that one was a rare one. That one was really hard to find. Like it was going for up ends of over $100 for that CGI Moss Man. I don't know what it's going for now, but it was expensive for a while there. I am so with you, man. That oh God, why am I so forgetful, man? The Dispara that show. I mean, to have that mask there, and like I immediately made that custom Dispara after that because I thought that is so cool. Obi-Juan, orale. I said orale one time, and some guy goes, "Don't ever say that again." I go, "But I'm from Walsenburg, man. It's like 95% Hispanic, and all my best friends and even my kids Hispanic. Give me a half a pass." He goes, "No." I said, "All right, I won't. Sorry." So I didn't say it anymore. Okay. Mark Hamill is not only the Joker in Batman animated series, but Arkham games as well. And his performance was even better. And see, I'm not a gamer either. I stopped at Madden 14. That was the last time. Or Madden 04. Not even 14. Madden 04 was the last time I played anything. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm so far back. Going back to Revelation figure being released in Masterverse, I was really hoping for a Goat Man with Pig Boy 2-pack. That would have been a cool one. But because Goat Man is coming to the movie, we'll probably still get a Goat Man, but maybe not a 2-pack. But you never know. Revolution had way better response than Revelation. I'd be surprised if they don't do another one. I am with you, Cobb. Like that's my first thought. Is if they were going to give us another season after the poor response, then I think the response being at least double positive than the first one, I think it's definitely worth doing another one. All right. Que pasa? And so here's a white guy saying que pasa. I'm Italian though, so it's like almost kind of not white, right? Just want to say we got Skeletorn Revolution that was both Luke Skywalker and Captain Kirk. Just saying, how legendary is that, bud? I like how you're thinking, man. And that is true. Like with Shatner, I loved the Shatner, like the fight between himself when he's looking in the mirror, like when Skeletor's walking by and he's talking to him. And it was so cool. I loved it, man. Like, I actually kind of want to go back and watch that one too now. All right. Tasty got them cakes. That's true. Enjoyed the Netflix Smoke 2 a lot. Thought it was fun. Didn't watch the cartoon as a kid. Saw the movie. Enjoyed the movie. Absolutely. Movie was great too. And I know you said that the other day. You said it was a hot take. I think it was a hot take. I think it's a good movie, man. Some people didn't like it. I have it on DVD and Blu-ray and all that still too. Tony Todd Scareglow. Yes, yes, man. I'm so far behind. There's Zodak and Coming of Forces when Skeletor was tricking the sorcerers, which was the first mistake. The sorcerers would have recognized Faker as that. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. That was one of those moments like that movie with Megan Fox that I watched when I go, dude, come on, man. Really? That's bullshit. But again, I just let it go and kind of watch the movie for what it was. MCU changes gender for characters in their movies. Fans bitch about everything. Yeah. No, I agree. They do. Other threats in the universe besides Skeletor, Sunny shrugs. Oh, besides Skeletor, okay. Hey, everybody's got their opinion. I don't mind it. You know what? As long as it's not hurting anybody else, I'm fine with it. For me, there are some things about the franchise you don't change. Skeletor's voice, not one. Well, I mean, but unless you do something like James Earl Jones and offer it off to CGI and allow it to continue that way, and have Alan Oppenheimer, allow it to go to CGI and do that. But 2000X Country Gentleman, 2000X voice for Skeletor, I loved it. It was sinister. It was like so many, like it just, I really liked how he did the voice. And I hate to say it, I mean, the New Adventures was a little bit off, but I liked how he was very manipulative. I liked how he was kind of the puppet master. But when you look at the difference, Oppenheimer is Skeletor. Let's just, even the 2000X figure. I don't know if you guys had this one. I just don't want to drop things, but I don't know if this will show up because it has that noise canceling, but so they even used Oppenheimer's voice for this, the talking one. I don't know if that came through or not, but it says Eternia will be mine. Even though Oppenheimer didn't do the voice for 2000X, it was cool they have his voice on there. Less and less people watch show. It gets canceled. Better make good show that people are happy with the success. Well, but this Revolution was watched a lot more than Revelation. I mean, Revelation was almost hate watched a lot, but Revolution, if you go back and look at the numbers, because they have the amount, right? And they have the ups and downs, the likes and all that. That was watched a lot more. Revolution was. I get there was some critiques about the politics. Yes, I did see that too. Man, Revolution was S tier. Igasm. Love seeing those characters animated at that level. And that's Solo. Welcome in. I am so 100% with you, dude. I am like that. For me, that's the thing. It's if certain things went different, like the cool story even with Oracle and how everything went, and just it's just cool to have like a little bit more of a emotional moment with Oracle. There was a couple in the filmation, he was more the the snarf. He was the goofy, the funny comic relief. But there were some moments where he was sad about things, like when he was going to go back to Trolla and they had to talk him back into it. And I mean, there was a lot of different, that was 2000X, wasn't it? Yeah, that was 2000X. But no, he did it in both. I think he did it in both. But just, I thought that the animation was great. I know it was very similar to that Castlevania, same workshop and all that, but I thought the animation was good. I thought the storyline, there was some that, went a little off sometimes, but I mean, just trying to watch it for what it is. Yes, I know if you're a person that sticks to lore 100%, you're not going to fucking veer off of that, then yes, you probably didn't enjoy it. But if you're able to just kind of open mind and watch it for what it is, and try to get through some of the stuff. I mean, for God's sake, they had Jay as what was it, Stinkor in the first series from Jay and Silent Bob. Fine, yeah, the big Daymar, yeah, exactly. I could vote for my wallet too. So I buy Masterverse and not Origins. I do like that line, but I don't bitch about it. I just buy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I got the Mumra and it's on its way. I haven't gotten it yet, but it did get shipped. I didn't get the Lion-O. I have the Snow Lion-O and I have the regular Lion-O. And even though I have the Dream Master, so this is going to be my fourth Mumra. I've got the regular one, the Dream Master, the shriveled mummy Mumra right here. And then now this will be my fourth one. CGI Man at Arms design is really cool. Yeah. And the fact it was a kid, that's how it was. Cause it was, but everything was cool about it. Like I liked it. I liked that show. I don't bother with the Origins line either. I unfortunately do my best to do both. And I've done pretty much all of both. Masterverse, I'm caught up. Origins, I'm missing a couple things from the earlier, like that first set and the duplicate. Those are the only two things I'm missing. All right, Sky. Oh hell yes, 2000X Skelly was amazing, definitely. Ben Diskin is Skeletor. Revolution has also vanished quite quickly from the top list. Well, quite quickly. It's been a long time, man. It's been forever. I don't think it, because I kept going back. I was watching it multiple times and it was still there for a while. But yeah, no, I mean, I get it. It did go away. It just, I don't know. 2000X Orko, yes, dude. Like when he brought back Evil Seed, how cool is that, man? He did a bunch of shit that knocking over all those statues at the beginning of that one. But I like the fact that they did a combo with Mondo. I don't want to. They gave us kind of a similar, an outfit like the 2000X. But did you guys know they gave him legs? I don't know if you guys saw him Orko or got an Orko, but they did give him legs. The Mondo figure. He got little footsies. I would think they should have painted his nails black, maybe. No, maybe not. But he's got shorts on there. So yeah, but I love this. I knew I was gonna do something stupid. I should have just taken him off in the first place. Yeah, the Mondo one is cool. He's got his magic. He's got his other magic. The wand is there, and then Daymar, and then the little cartoon Orko as well, and his girlfriend. And don't even ask again because my mind isn't working tonight. Drayel, thank you, in my own head. Jay was one half of two bad in Revelation as well. Forget which half. Oh, that's funny. Friday Insomniac. Absolutely, baby. Kyle, definitely. I will be here on Friday for sure. 2000X Skeletor was in Revolution. I would have throat punched anyone who insulted the show. Country Gentleman. And if it wasn't Kevin Smith, we may have gotten him. I mean, and honestly, like the guy that played He-Man and Adam being the same guy, able to put that childlike voice and then bring in the deep voice. I thought that was great, man. I really liked both actor voices in that show. And Man at Arms voice in 2000X was great too. More of that Sean Connery type voice, right? But no, I get you. CGI show is pretty dark, quite frankly. What? Transformation of Evil-Lyn and Beast. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Kaz, yeah. Was introduced to Hordak, Kevin Conroy, or Skeletor's condition being a curse of undying. And it was. I know. I can see that. You do. Yeah, it was a good perspective, Sonny. I just, it also had a lot of light to it. I mean, the fact that they, he started out not knowing what the fuck was going on, even when he had the havoc inside of him, and He-Man was all over the place, and even when they got into those little tiny characters, those little things that were bouncing around, and they were in each other's bodies. The spell went wrong, and Orko figured it out, and then the real Orko came around, and like, I don't know. There was a lot of cool shit with that show. Was it darker? Yeah, but I still don't think it was dark enough not to be a kid's show. It was still a good show for kids to watch, I think. I mean, we watched scary shit when we were younger, and we were fine for the most part. I don't know. All this 2000X talk is making me hyped about the Mondo 6-inch line even more. Hope they go deep with it. I agree. And I just hope, like Brick and I were talking about too, because they had those 6-inch Ghostbusters that were a little higher priced, but both of us agree that we're thinking it's going to be lower than what they did with the Ghostbusters line. But it's still going to be a lot more than what we were looking at for Origins and Masterverse. I think we're still looking at about a $45 to $55 figure for those 6-inch ones, but we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, no, it was. I didn't really think about it that way, but yeah, I mean, when he was, man, when he turned into the, do I have him? Yeah, right here. That big ass one right here. That was a cool ass Skeletor, man. And look, I've got that was another Ross find. I found that at Ross for $25. I had already gotten it, so I have one in box now. But $25 at Ross. I do have a lot of the characters from that because they were cheaper. They were like $9 a piece, the different ones. Oh, what's going on, Big Up? What's up, buddy? Welcome in. Welcome in. Don't get me wrong. I'm a first CGI over the Revolution any day. There you go. Well, I like them both. I like all of them. So as a kid, Disney movie was scary. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, when you look at Snow White and shit, and even like Fantasia, and it was all kinds of, I mean, even some of those, like the mini stories, like some of those were like for Halloween and all that. It was some scary shit. I hope Mondo will start the 112 Motu line if they might become my most favorite. Well, and like was it Sky said they were supposed to come out on one of the next cons, so hopefully they do. It's confirmed that Ghostbuster license and price mandates from the licensor are much higher than dealing with Mattel, and Motu prices should be cheaper. That's exactly what I was thinking. I didn't remember what the line went and how you said it, but that's why. So Brick definitely put it in better terms instead of like, trust me, bro. It's basically that the line is more expensive to carry on Ghostbusters than it is Mattel and Motu. Because I mean, there is a lot of Mattel and Motu out there. I mean, Loyal Subject had one for a little while. You had Funko's got them, and who else? Who else had Motu? You had Funko. You had Loyal Subject had those ones, those little miniature ones. There's a squishy thing. I don't know who does the squishy stuff. Yeah, there's a few, but the licenses, it's out there. It's going to be all right. My daughter really enjoyed the Netflix She-Ra series, and it got her into lore. I ended up giving her all my classics, Princess Power figures, and she loves playing with them. And you know what? I watched that whole thing all the way through too, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the shit out of it. Was it different? And did a lot of people get upset because of the politics of it? Yes. Who cares, man? Just whatever. It is what it is. It was, it was, they had a bunch of seasons to it also, man. Like it was, and even just seeing how Hordak just was with Horde Prime, it's crazy how, I mean, he bitched out quite a bit. It's kind of funny. But no, I liked it all. Like the whole thing. I mean, but then I like to sit and watch the old She-Ra as well, the Filmation She-Ra. It always, that one traveled pretty good. It did pretty good. Even in 2025, it's a good show to watch. All right, buddy. Thanks, Cobb. Thanks for coming in. I'll give you some balloons if I can. There we go. Yay. See you, Cobb. Yeah, look out. San Diego Comic-Con. I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. It's going to be so cool. Yeah, the DreamWorks. That was good. And the intro was good. Like the music was cool, man. That the We Warriors, that was a good one, man. And it was different. Like, and you had different problems. I mean, you're always going to have your issues. You're going to have your peaks and valleys and your problems you need to solve. And once you get through them, you have your resolutions, and then you have your battles and all that good stuff. Like, I mean, whether or not you agree with the politics of it or having those two, I mean, it could happen. Who knows? Nobody knows. I mean, they're they're alphas. They were going after shit, and you know what? If they end up liking each other a little bit more than friends, and so be it, man. Cheers to you. I forgot I have my Rockstar. It's getting a little warm. I've been sitting here for what, hour 49 minutes. Holy crap. So it's really funny. Because this week I was a little more prepared. Oh, look, do you see my 3D printed key? I didn't get it on the earlier bird specials because I was waiting for that money from my Battle Cat to come through. So I didn't get the early bird. But I have a little key right here printed next to Lion-O. And then I have this big old key that I printed just for fun. Because I actually found a file online that's exactly like the key that you get with the early bird. But he says the Netflix Shiro was an amazing series, 10 out of 10. You know, bud, I don't disagree with you. I enjoyed it all. I really enjoyed it. And what's her name? Oh, I forgot her name. The one with the long hair, the tech, the one that ended up going over with Hordak and helping him for a while and coming back. And she was cool, man. That character was so cool because there was no emotion to her. She was all about the research and she was all about the information and learning and building new things and using the magic to build better stuff. And it didn't matter. She didn't realize, working for bad or good or anybody else. She was just about doing the work. And I think Hordak was a little sweet on her, right? I think Hordak had the hots for her, and vice versa. But it was such a cool story. I enjoyed it all. You guys remember their name? What was the princess that had that? Who was the one? Entrapta. Yes, thank you. It was Entrapta. How cool was that though, right? She was such a cool character. And then of course, what's her name was Scorpia was it Scorpia? Was all in love with was all in love with Catra. Um, but that was a good one though. I enjoyed it. I really did. I had no issues with that show. But I did prepare myself this time because last week my Wednesday show Collector Con or Cancel Con was on Thursday. So Toy Habits had a flash surprise live, and my chat was dead within an hour, and I was kind of like, shit. I relied on my chat too much, so I kind of lost the show. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go. So I left after about an hour and 15 minutes. But tonight I was prepared. I had a bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk about that I wasn't going to worry about. Like if people weren't here, I was still going to get. Yeah, she was cool. She was, you know, she tried a little too hard to get on Catra's good side, and Catra was a bitch to her. But it is what it is. But tonight I was actually a little bit more prepared to do some stuff on the side where if nobody was around, I'd still get a little bit going. So this was fun. This was a fun one, man, for sure. But I think I got 8 more minutes. We'll go 8 more minutes, and we'll cut it at the 2 hour mark because I did unfortunately screw up. Well, yeah, I'll put it on myself. I'm the dad. When I dropped Merrick off with his mom, he had his VR, which is the most important thing to him, but he forgot to bring in his backpack for school, and he has school tomorrow, and it has his lunch bag and it has everything in there. So I didn't realize I had it in my car still because it was in the back seat until I got home. So I got to go all the way back to the south side and drop off my son's backpack before it gets too late because obviously he has school in the morning. So that is my next trip. I'm going to turn this off too. So like I said, I usually don't have it on, but it's got the spot for that head, for that that ghoul looking head. But one of these, you could get little bags of these little LED lights for cheap. And so if you have anything that has like a clear shield, even if you want to put it in like the collector or even behind, like I put it behind the eyes of Eternia, or anything that has something you can put behind, you could set these up behind something if you want to do little lights. And granted, they're not going to last forever, but a little twist here, turn it right off. And if you want to put it on. Now, as far as my toys on my shelves, I have the ones that are the motion sensor lights, and those do pretty good. And then I have rechargeable batteries in there. Some of them, they're just rechargeable lights themselves, and they're hung up by magnets. So I can just take them down, plug them in, and then put it back up after. But the other ones, I just have the rechargeable little AAAs in there. And then so if they start getting low, I'll just go and charge them up and put them back in. So it's not that big a deal, but I like it a little bit better than having nothing there, or those string lights with the LEDs. That's okay, but I don't have enough outlets in here for that. So I just turned that one off, but he's a good one. If you guys haven't I think he's still available. If anybody passed on this one and decide they want to get him after all, he's worth it, man. He's got the drop down hips where everybody asks, does he have drop down hips? He's got the drop down hips. He's big. Like here he is compared to, look at that. Compared to Leech, he's way head and shoulders above him. So if you did not get this one, I do highly recommend it. It is a good figure. It is a really cool figure. And the fact that it comes with that extra head that's a little bit more like a troll head with the pointy ears. I don't know. I'm going to open, I have 3 of them. I'm going to open the second one so I can put them up again, have a couple there too. So that would definitely be a cool one. Poor Kyle, they treated him so poorly. Kyle is, was he this? No, that was Bo. Which one was Kyle? Oh, he was the one. Okay, no, he was the one that worked for the Horde. Yeah, they tricked his ass too many times. I customized my Storm Shadow. Wish I could show you. Well, darn it. You could say, oh no, you don't have a Instagram or anything to send to me to, huh? Shiza. You know what? Friday, have it ready. We'll do it on a Friday. We'll do it on our Friday. Savage Crucible Death Dealers up for pre-order $60 if you pay in full now, $70 if you put in a $5 deposit. Ooh, the Death Dealer. I did see that one. That's a good one. I will give you a pass, Brick. I did say that I was going to be the break from indie lines, but I will give that one a pass. Just kidding. Yeah, no, that one is cool. That one is really cool. $80 at retail after the pre-order. Love that Leech sculpt. Yeah, dude, it's so good. And like the fact that you have, even like on the hands, it's got the texture to it. On the feet, you've got, look at that little spiky texture, like a plant type thing, He's got his bumps. He's got that armor there. The Horde symbol looks really good on him. And that snarl, man. It's got that half snarl. I love it. Like that's probably my favorite part about it. And the face looks good. The face looks similar to the cartoon. So, it's not, when you do these two together, you could tell, obviously, they pulled a lot off the cartoon look, but so much more detail to it. Look at all the teeth and yeah, they did good. They did really good. And this one, it might still be on the shelves in some places. And I'm sure you could maybe check Amazon. I don't know. Maybe Amazon's got, maybe that's got something. Oh, you do have an Instagram account. Well, mine's the same name. So feel free to ship it on, send it over and let me take a look at it there, buddy. Let's see, Leech, Masterverse. Let's see. He's $20 right now on Prime. It's a good one. $20. $20.35. My son sent me a picture. Saturday, March 12th. Oh, there's something Saturday. Oh, there's probably a concert for his band stuff. So Conan goes up for pre-sale and for Zeta Girls tomorrow as well. Oh, man. And there's some Conan. That Conan's good, though. That one's a really, it's about time, right? We've been waiting on the Conan. And I know a lot of people were really happy about the warrior from Four Horsemen that came out that kind of could be a He-Man or can be a Conan. Either way you go with it. But yeah, that one's going to be a good one. Even though I weirdly have my mini yeah. It's a Frazetta off. Well, I think that is, let's see. So Leech right now is 7%. King Keldor is $13. He-Man, the Thunder Punch, I guess. That one is 21. The Emperor Hordak is 22 from Revolution. Triclops is only $12.50 right now. If you haven't gotten a Triclops and you want him, He's got kind of a mixture of the comic and the regular. He is down to $12.50. He's 43% off right now on Amazon. So if you guys need him, Cyclone is 24, and that is another really, really good Masterverse figure. Freaking awesome Masterverse figure. This is one of my favorite Cyclones out there. Just, I know that the Origins gave you the gimmick where it spins like that, but the look of him and having that mask, the face sculpt on it is good. It's a really good figure. If you guys don't have it, that would be one I'd recommend as well. Mechanex at $19.50, so that one is 11% off. And of course, he has the extra long neck, and he's got that cool logo that's on the Ground Ripper or Road Ripper. But yeah, so Amazon's got a bunch of those on sale right now, and it's free shipping if you've got Prime. So what's going on, Alan? Welcome in. We are just about to close up shop. We just hit the 2-hour mark. That Battle Armor Skeletor, I'll keep an eye out, but it's one of those where I think unless they give us another drop and another restock on it, it might be one of those, because if you look around, even if you look on eBay, it's nowhere. And it was going for about $225, $230. That all these prices are on Amazon. I just did a quick search on there to find Leech, because Brick was saying how much he liked the Leech sculpt, and I checked Amazon and it was only $20 right now. But yeah, Triclops is 12, Mechanic is 19, Keldor is 13, and the other ones are right around 20 to 23. It's a really good deal on the Triclops. Absolutely. And the Triclops comes with that second ring that you can wear as a ring too, because I did that and I'm a nerd. Nerd. Hey, yeah, well, I start at 7 if you're free. I know you're busy all the time, man, but every Wednesday I'll be on at 7:00 Mountain Time. So if you're ever around and you're bored, throw me on. We had a good time today, man. We had fun. We talked a lot of shit about a lot of stuff. A lot of it was Motu, and I know you're a Motu guy, so I know you'd enjoy it. So if you catch a replay, I hope you enjoy it. It was a fun night for sure. Stinkor for 11 from Amazon. See, and that was another one. Stinkor, I got it at Target for less than $7, and it was Stinkor. Got a couple Andra for really cheap. But yeah, the Sunman, the first Battle Armor He-Man with the beard, the Fisto, the first Fisto, and Hero were so cheap, so I had to get a bunch of them. Books A Million had the Skeletor, but 20. That's a freaking really good price. Like, I would jump all over it, dude, because I swear to God, it sold for over $200 today. You know how I know? I might have sold it. Okay. All right, guys. GI Jetman, thank you. Thank you, Stanley. Motu Guru, $2. Thank you, sir. Yes, we do. We will get that standard Blinky send off. That would be one thing to get if you guys can. So, but I will definitely check it out and see if we can't find any more of those, Brick. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. It was a fun 2 hours. It felt like 20 minutes. It literally flew by. So thank you guys so much. Oh, this one's for Motu Guru. So, all right, guys. Well, I will give you 2 extra send-offs. I hope you stay for the end, because this is one, especially if you're from Colorado, will hit you right in the feelers. So definitely we'll put this on again next Sunday. So we will see you, or next Wednesday. And we will see you at the same time. But in the meantime, stay out those streets. Bye, everybody.
There we are. Oh, I'm so glad you all stopped by. I hope you had fun today. Yes. Don't forget, sometime during the day, go over to Mother, put your arm around her, hug her, and give her a big kiss and say, I love you, Mother. And when Daddy comes home from work, do the same thing. And don't forget to pick up your toys when you're through playing with them. Oh, did you kids have a lot of fun today? I'm glad you did. We're going to have to say bye-bye now. We'll see you about the same time. In the meantime, please stay out of the streets. Bye-bye.